so honored to have you come out, Bruce. Thank you so much. It's such an honor. We are. I feel the momentum in this room. I feel the history. I feel, again, a room full of people who walk the walk is what changes history. And Margaret Mead said, history's never been changed by the vast majority. The majority's never stepped up and done anything. A small group of dedicated individuals makes changes. It's the only thing that ever has. And we are that small group of dedicated individuals, but it's not just this room. There are thousands of places around this state, and this week and next week and in the time to come that are going to get together and have the same discussion. Is this realistic? Is this something I can actually go out and get some signatures on?
Yes.
Am I going to look silly at the end? Because trust me, I felt silly as people laughed at me talking about medical marijuana in 1995. People just said, I mean, there wasn't even the background, there wasn't even a space to begin the dialogue with some of these people in front of grocery stores, you know, giving signatures. Who here was part of that? Who here got signatures in 1994, 95? I want to give everybody that. We get together, people get together every day in this building, thanks to the work of people getting out there and deciding we're going to make the laws. We're not going to let the professionals make the laws. We're going to make a law. And for me, I'm able to come here once a week and teach people what I believe to be the most important life-saving techniques on the planet. These things that are going to really change the quality of people's lives in the moments that they need it the most, facing cancer, facing disease. It's all kind of a theory until you're facing it. And if you have the right tools and prepare ahead of time, there's no cancer that can't be cured. There's no diseases that not be corrected through a series of fairly simple things at this point. Dr. Bob Beck used to talk about his thing being a $4 AIDS cure because he uses electricity. A 9-volt battery costs about $4, and that's the only thing I knew, and a little bit of distilled water. He didn't filter that in, but that's the only thing it takes to get people through my protocol. And it's being practiced all over the world today. But people are scared to talk about it here in California. People are scared to actually do this therapy here in America. People go to Mexico, people fly to Asia to do something that was developed by Dr. Bob Beck at UCLA. So it's the same thing. We pioneered industrial hemp use in America. Henry Ford took something that people were making clothes out of and he built a car out of it. And yet we can't even use it here. We can't grow it here. This is a paradigm that must shift. And I want Michael to come up and explain the bill in a little bit more detail and explain that these things are well thought out over many decades before this bill we're looking at right now was written. And again, the progressive left are the first people who will jump up in your face and tell you, I love Dennis Kucinich, but he can't win. I love this idea, but it can't happen. Sure, that would be a great thing, but it's not realistic. Our community can sometimes be the hardest on ourselves. To the point that we realize that if we embrace this 100%, then our neighbors will, and our friends will, and the people we interface will. If we're not doubting ourselves, if we're not, well, I think it's a fairly good bill. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit more bold than it should be, but you know, it's better than the other side. It's more conservative than it should be. And no, this is perfect legislation to get us started. Because in Europe, in the last 3 months, they have banned all medicinal herbs. So yeah, Germany just got the right to use medical marijuana. But 13 European Union nations just lost the right to use oregano and ginseng. And it goes into effect on April 1st. So all the health food stores, all that whole side of Whole Foods, that's shutting down in Europe. They're not going to have access to that. And I suspect they're going to umbrella marijuana with that, and so it's all on its way. And I think we all think Europe's pioneering the way on so many social and freedom issues that we'll just naturally kind of glide along because they've been 5-10 years ahead of us for most of the last 100 years in setting these precedents. That may be true today as well. They may be setting precedents that sound ridiculous here, but in Europe, they can't practice herbal medicine right now. And some of the best therapists in the world are in jail in France for giving people vitamin C. And that's all in the last 6 months. So there is progress, and there is still progression going on here. And if we set the precedent here in California that we are not only not going to just let this wave of fascism fall upon us, but we're going to start taking our things back. We're going to let people out of jail. We're going to give people the right to grow herb and use it again. That teaches the whole world. That is a message to the entire planet that the basic human freedoms we all deserve. Please,